Hey, this is Larry Campbell here at Springfield Raceway, driving the Cash Money Late model, normally driven by Justin Wills, and just keep us good coverage at the Cheeseworks videos.
Your point leader by 2 points over John Driscoll on his outside. It's the quarter car out of Van Buren, Arkansas of Brandon Hunter. His outside, the 88D of Centerton, Arkansas, John Driscoll. Second row on the inside, it's your top point rookie out of Buffalo, Missouri, the 23 of Mark Simon. To his outside, out of Aurora, Missouri, it's the veteran in the number 20, Daryl Mooningham. Third row on the inside, out of Van Buren, Arkansas, driving duties of the number 98 tonight of Larry Campbell. To his outside, out of Fairgrove, Missouri, driving the number 30, Don Cloyd. Fourth row on the inside, out of Nixa, Missouri, the 88 of Jeremy Manus. To his outside, out of Muskogee, Oklahoma, the youngster of 15 years old, the 66 of Hayden Ross. Fifth row on the inside, out of Willard, Missouri, driving the 18, Sean Williams. To his outside, out of Hackett, Arkansas, the 555 of Brandon Cheek. Sixth row on the inside, out of Alma, Arkansas, the 17 of Miles Newman. To his outside, out of Neosho, Missouri, driving the USA 1 of Chris Hawkins. Seventh row on the inside, out of Clever, Missouri, the number 9 of Darren Chrysler. His outside, out of Crane, Missouri, the 5G of Garrett Essery. Eighth row on the inside, out of Secaucus, Missouri, the number 15 of Kylan Garner. To his outside, out of Joplin, Missouri, the 83 of Chuck Comer. Ninth row on the inside, out of Miller, Missouri, the 6 7/8 of Sundance Keeper. To his outside, the 51 out of Stilwell, Oklahoma, Eddie Martin. Our provisionals tonight, the 33 out of Frontenac, Kansas, Mike Bittner. To his outside, out of Shell Knob, Missouri, the 45 of Marvin Forst. Fans, if you like late model racing, on your feet, let these drivers know it. It's their salute to you, the fans. The state of Arkansas, out of 4 they come. Green flags in the air. Brandon Hunter leads your first lap. Hunter and Driscoll up front. Driscoll takes the bottom side this time around and leads the lap. Hayden Ross, 15-year-old out of Muskogee, up to third. Cars go around in turn 3. Yellow flag coming out. Looks to be 3 cars involved. Daryl Mooningham just avoided the wreck. The 51 of Eddie Martin involved. The 88 of Jeremy Manus. Way. Mike Seitz looking him over. Driscoll bringing him to the green. Out of 4 they come. Green flags in the air. Driscoll on the top side, Simon on the bottom. Hunter looking underneath Simon. Dives in hard in 3. Coming back to yellow flag. The 17 of Miles Newman out of Alma, Arkansas. Centerton, Arkansas, bringing him to the green. Out of 4 he comes. Green flags back in the air. Driscoll off the top side of 2, trying to hold the charge of Hunter back. USA 1 of Chris Hawkins up to the 4th position. Looking on the inside of Mark Simon. Driscoll just barely staying ahead of Hunter. They're side by side going down the backstretch. Man on the move looks to be the 83 of Chuck Comer up on the high side. 18 of Sean Williams taking it to the pit area. Brandon Hunter takes the lead from Driscoll. Driscoll fighting back on the outside. Mooneyham slow on the track. Looks like he might be taking it to the pit area. Looks to be a left rear flat on the 20. Up front, it's Hunter and Driscoll back and forth for the lead. Chris Hawkins reeling them up. He's on the back bumper, 3rd place of Mark Simon. Hunter coming up on lap traffic. Mark Simon on the top side, losing a lot of positions. Chris Hawkins up to 3rd. Reeling in the leaders. He's 2 cars off of him. Hunter holding on to the lead. Driscoll in 2nd. Hawkins in 3rd. Chuck Comer up to that 5th position and still coming to the front. Coming up on several cars in lap traffic. Driscoll on the bottom. Hunter, cars come together out of 4. Chris Hawkins right there on the back bumper of Driscoll. Hayden Ross. Whoa, Hunter goes wide out of 4. Cars come together. Driscoll up front. Hawkins in 2nd. Hayden Ross in 3rd. Coming up on lap traffic, could play a part on positions. Hawkins going to the outside. Going to try to use Eddie Martin as a pick. Driscoll hanging on to the lead. Driscoll up front, Hawkins in 2nd, Hayden Ross in 3rd, Hunter in 4th, Comer in 5th. Driscoll gets past the lap traffic of Marvin Forrest. He's got clear track ahead of him. Hawkins still in second, Ross in third, Hunter hanging on to fourth, Chuck Comer in fifth. White flag coming out. One more lap to go for John Driscoll. Your winner out of Centerton, Arkansas, the 88 of John Driscoll. Who got second? Hawkins gets second. Order 83 scales. No. Who got second? Ross. The youngster out of Muskogee in the 66 came up for second, got by Hawkins, but your winner and taking over the green spoiler. He clears the scales. If he makes the weight, we'll see him back out here on the front straight. John Driscoll, your A feature winner tonight. John Driscoll. He assumes the point lead. Give a nice hand to the second place car, the youngster out of Muskogee, Oklahoma, the 66 of Hayden Ross.
And at 11:59 for the checker flag. And then we're not going to for the checker flag when you get that close. Okay.
And the third place car tonight out of Neosho, Missouri, USA 1 of Chris Hawkins. I'd like to thank Jerry Hoffman for letting his money come to Springfield Raceway. 28 cars made the build. They give you everything in the late model race you wanted. There was passing all over the track, duking it out up front, separating between Hunter and Driscoll. Driscoll finally got settled in, found the sweet spot in the track. There's your top three.
I've got the winner of the Cash Money Late Model Series here at Springfield Raceway tonight. Folks, this is quite a story. This gentleman says he's been racing for about 10 years, and this is his first feature win yet in a late model. John, man, you got to be extremely happy.
Oh, I am very, very happy. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of tries,
Yeah.
and we finally got our win. So I'm pretty happy about it.
Well, how long you been in a late model?
Oh, I've probably been in since about, I think about 06, something like that. So
man, 12 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I like I said, I just heard about this series about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I get around, I'm not bragging, but I get around, see a lot of races, and that was one of the most entertaining late model races I've seen. And I'm telling you what, you're driving and everything in that race was really great. I mean, you guys were back and forth, cutting each other, sliding, and all that. It was wonderful.
It was awesome. I tell you what, I didn't get here on my own. I got a big. I got to thank my sponsors, Jeff and Randy Roth, for making this a possibility, and thanks to Joe Gotze for all the setup advice, and my wife and family and kids, and Don Williams being my crew chief, and just everybody that's helped me. I didn't get here on my own, and I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I'm happy right now.
You know, a lot of times the driver gets most of the credit for these things, but like you say, of course, what my saying is, like they said several years back, is it takes a village more or less to do it. I mean, lots of people, money,
away from home, and a lot of money, and but I'm surrounded by great people that take. I got the best car on the track every week. If we don't win, it's my fault, and I just very happy. It's awesome.
Just tell us about this hot rod. What kind of chassis, what motor, what shocks?
It's a 2017 GRT with the Docal. It's a good car. It's got the AFCO shocks that we have to run the series, and the American Racer tires. Nothing special. It's but man, it's a good car.
What about the power plant under there? Who's making that up for you?
I got a Yeoman 410.
Boy, that guy can build some stuff, can't he?
He's
I
an
mean,
awesome guy.
right here around Springfield, and even I'm from Kansas City, and we're seeing quite a few Yeoman engines up that way. So, congratulations to him on this win. I'm sure he's very proud of this.
He built a great motor for a working man, and it's I wouldn't have any other motor.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay. Well, John, thanks a lot, buddy. And like I say, I don't want to say a Cinderella story, because this is kind of like what you hear about some of these Hollywood people. Overnight success, but it don't happen that way, and it's the same thing in racing. Congratulations, man, on a great run.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks.
I've got Justin Wells here, and Justin, the last time I seen you, it was an in-car camera shot I had of you in the trailer, and I seen a helmet going flying down the road there because something happened. But man, it's good to catch up with you. And not more than 3 weeks ago, I hadn't even heard of the Cash Money Super Dirt Series.
Yeah, Malvern Bank Cash Money Super Dirt Series.
In there, man.
Yep. Yeah, it's something Daryl Minningham and I started this winter, and just kind of went out on a limb here, and wondering why the car counts had dwindled and what we could do to make affordable racing and bring back people that's got cars that's sitting around, and just get back racing like it used to be. That's what that was our idea.
Okay, that was one of the questions I had, was what is it about this series that makes it a little bit different from the other series?
Okay, we have a shock rule, which I don't know of any other series that has that. The shocks that we have are a spec shock. They're real affordable, whole set of shocks, coilover kits, $572, which is a fraction of what one of these Lucas Oil or these MLRA cars or any open late model would have. And that's what made it so appealing for everybody. And then the second part of it, we came up with a great tire that would last and put on a good show, which was the American Racer that Bud's Tire and Wheel supplies for us.
Okay. All I can say is this is the only race I've seen, but man, what a race. Like you say, a lot of things figured into it. The track was right. The conditions were right. The drivers were right. The cars were right. But man, what a show. I've seen I don't know how many late model races around this part of the country, and of course in Kansas City too. But that was one of the most entertaining races, I think, late model races I've ever seen.
Well, I hope everybody watches this, and hope you got it all recorded good, because I'll give somebody a $100 challenge. If they've seen a better race than that this year, I'll give them $100, because that was an old time gunfight. I mean, that was, I don't know, it was a dogfight. Best race I've seen all year, and I watch all kinds of races.
I don't know how many lead changes there were, but besides that, there were 4 or 5, maybe 6 cars that were up there in contention, and just a slip up or whatever, they could have been up there in the lead.
Yeah, I can't count how many lead changes there was between Driscoll and Brandon Hunter. And then here comes Hayden Ross and Chris Hawkins, and Chuck Comer comes out of the B, and he's in the top 5. I mean, they was just all of them just slide jobbing and back and forth, and I couldn't keep up. I was trying to watch the whole show, and great racing. I mean, Jerry had the track perfect tonight, and the drivers have done a good job, and can't wait to come back.
I know you've got a couple of gentlemen you want to introduce over here. I'll let you talk, and the cameraman is going to show them. Okay. So we'll go that route, okay?
First of them is Michael Seitz. He's our flagman, and he's race director also. He keeps everything going, techs the cars. We allow all the drivers to look at each car so that everybody's getting a fair tech deal. Mike Perry from Bud's Tire and Wheel. He supplies our tires. He keeps everybody honest. He checks them every night, checks for chemical alteration, and if they're doing anything with grinders and stuff that shouldn't be done, he keeps everybody fair right across the board.
Now, I presume these guys are all from down here in this area because this is pretty much where the series is running right now, right?
Well, you know, we've had a few races here in Southwest Missouri, but Michael Hoover was the first one to sign on with Tri-State Speedway in Fort Smith, Arkansas, or Pensacola, and we've had 3 or 4 there. We've had one at Van Buren at Crawford County Speedway, West Plains, Missouri, Lebanon, Missouri. We had a non-points race here back a month ago and had a non-points race at Monette. We've got some big shows coming up. We got a 100-lap race here September 28th, 29th. We've got a big race at Muskogee. I think it's October 18th, 19th. And I think we're going to have a few more big ones to advertise here pretty quick.
For anybody in this area, I mean, I don't know what your plans are as far as traveling or how far you want to go, but who would they contact? What kind of number would they need to be able to get a hold of you as far as maybe scheduling for next year? Because, I mean, we've only got, what, 5-6 weeks left?
Yeah, it's dwindling down here pretty quick. Best way to reach us is Facebook. We'll respond to you quick. We've got 3 or 4 people that run that for us and keep it going. And they can call Daryl Mooneyham or I, and we'd love to meet with any and everybody that wants a race and try to work out something. We'd like to stay in a 3 or 4 hour range. If we could get 2 shows, we'd probably do something a little better. But yeah, we'd love to speak to any track that would love to have us.
Well, Justin, all I can say is knowing the spirit and love that you put into racing, it would turn out this way.
We could have never dreamed of it. Would never dreamed of it. I mean, we talked to a lot of people this spring, and a lot of them said it was going to be there, and a lot showed up that we didn't know about. And here we are right at 45 cars that we've sold shocks and tires to, and I think we'll break that 50 mark before this October race here at Springfield. So yeah, it's exploded way bigger, and we've got some meeting with some higher ups too that are interested in what we're doing, and they want to know how it's going. And so we're just trying to save the racing and make it cheaper and more affordable for everybody.
I want to give you a chance to make sure and throw in all your sponsors behind this series. I know it can't happen without money. I mean, that's the deal. You got to have them.
Oh yeah, it wasn't for all these sponsors. First, I'm gonna thank Jay Burdick at Malvern Bank. He's our title sponsor. Second guy I'm going to thank is Chris Davis with Midwest Sheet Metal, Schoenfeld Headers, Mel Klusman at KRC, Carl out here at Powertrain Industries, Bud's Tire and Wheel with our American Racer, and American Racer Troy Bobin, AFCO Racing Shocks, Double Downs Asphalt. We've got Petty John Plastering. Guys, am I missing anybody? There's so many of them, I can't think of everybody. There's just so many of them that's took a chance on us, and I think next year we make it to PRI. Yeah. We're gonna boast a bigger points fund and have some more sponsors. When we've got 50 cars that's following us, that's pretty cool the first year.
Well, I mean, without a doubt. Well, like I say, Justin, congratulations on a great night of racing here.
Well, thank you for everything you do, and this really helps racing and exposes all of us here, so we can't thank you enough.
You got it, man. That's it for the money. Here I go.
Malvern Bank.
Malvern Bank. Say it.
Cash Money Super Dirt Series.
There you go. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.